I work for a local public school system. I am a teacher of students with physical disabilities, and I am also an assistive technology specialist for the county.
So I am a pediatric physical therapist, and I work in the Cherokee County School District right now, and my job is to treat special needs children within Cherokee County School District in a physical manner.
I teach the Transition Academy students. So they're the 18 to 22-year-old students that are working on transitioning into what they're going to do after high school.
I serve my students on a consultative basis. What that means is there may be students that I see once a week, I see twice a week, I see once a month, based on their needs as determined in their individual education plan.
So the kids that I work with have physical challenges of all kinds and need physical assistance from another person to help them safely get around the school environment.
We have students with vision problems, students who need assistance, walking, or nonverbal students. We have all different disabilities, autism, Down syndrome.
Best part is the kids. Best part is getting to see the students and spending time with the students and figuring out what are the things that they need so that they can be successful.
The best part of my job is I get to help kids lead more functional lives in whichever capacity they, wherever, no matter where they're starting from. The best part is to always get them to a level of independence of where they want to be, or where I see them as being able to get to.
It's funny, I started out going for my master's in elementary ed because I thought I wanted to do that, and then I got a parapro position here in special ed, and I immediately loved it. I love working with students with disabilities.
My name is John Taylor.
My name is Sydney Taylor.
I grew up thinking special needs was more like people who had mental issues, but now, more recently, it's not that, it's just kids who need a little more attention than the others to suit their disabilities and their needs.
I think of somebody in a wheelchair or somebody in a smaller class than others.
I woke up one day, it was November 8th, it was a Wednesday. I woke up and it's not like I can't hear anything. I can hear lots of things, but it's just muffled.
No, it was difficult because I had to understand how to talk to him and stuff, because he had to look at me to read my lips and understand what I was saying.
And it really showed me how ignorant and stupid some people can be and how mean. But I mean, it really also showed me on the brighter side how strong and nice other people can be.
Her name is Michelle Johnson. She's 11 years old and she has Down syndrome.
Mason, my hand, and he is totally blind.
And how old is
he? He has a condition called Norrie disease, and he's 13.
My daughter Layton is 10 years old, almost 11, and she has quad spastic dystonic cerebral palsy.
Avery is 13 and Avery has dwarfism. Devereaux is 12 and he has an amputated leg and a prosthetic leg. Aniston is 10 and she had tetralogy of Fallot, which is a heart condition. It's 4 different conditions in one, 4 different defects of the heart. And that was repaired when she was in China. And then we have Avalon, and she had failure to thrive. She was very, very tiny, and she's 10. And Duncan is 9, and Duncan has dwarfism.
We try not to have anything different, you know, treat her no different than the other kids in the home. She has her chores. She has to do dishes, laundry, make up her bed. So same responsibility doing her work that she has to do.
He attends a typical school in Fulton County. He's just finished up 6th grade, so he's going into 7th grade next year. He rides the bus and gets on the bus about 8:15, goes to school, gets off the bus about 4:45, and then homework begins.
Normal life, she comes home, her homework's done. She rides the school bus every morning. She goes to school, she's in a regular classroom, and you know, she has extracurricular activities.
They pretty much do most anything that any other kids do. We have a lot of step stools around for the kids with dwarfism, but they do most anything else that other kids do.
Well, now this summer she's doing a swim team. She's swimming. She's been placed in first place, you know.
Mason's in the band in school. He plays the drums. And he also is on an adaptive swim team through Focus. I have 2 seasons a year, and he is a freestyle and backstroke swimmer. And he's also very active in Boy Scouts.
This is her first year in chorus. She also took Spanish last year as an extracurricular, and she also is in the chess club.
They love to ride bikes and scooters and run, and just like all the other kids.
At school, they always want to, you know, everyone loves Michelle, they always want to, you know, help her because she's smaller than with her age, typical child her age. So they think, you know, they may want to baby her or something. I know, you know, you can't do that because she has to do it for herself.
We've had that with Duncan. He was basically being treated as the mascot. All the teachers and kids were hugging him. He's in 1st grade now, going into 2nd grade, and he's treated like he's 2 or 3.
Socially is very challenging because if you're different in any way, especially when you get to middle school age, you know, people kind of shy away from you because they don't know how to handle that, how to work with that.
A lot of times people talk to me instead of talking to her. And after she answers the question before I can answer the question, they figure out that, oh, she may be in a wheelchair, but there's nothing wrong with her brain. I can talk to her.
People do stare. I notice. I'm like, why? As much as we are seeing people with other abilities, people still stare. When I go out, they still stare at her. And I'm like, why are you staring at her? You have never seen, you know, a person with Down syndrome.
We go anywhere as a family, we are terribly stared at, between Dan with his guide dog, you know, the kids with dwarfism. And it gets to the point where it's, you know, a little bit of looking and being, you know, we're a different family, we understand that, but sometimes it gets bad. Or kids especially, I think, are not educated as well with what it's, you know, people with disabilities, they're not as exposed to it possibly.
I'll be honest, you get a lot of stares, you get a lot of, what is that? That looks weird. People, and people stare a long time. I mean, it's not just like a passing glance, oh, that's something different.
I think what bothers me more is the adults that stare, because adults should know better than that.
Most of them are really actually happy, funny people.
They're very kind-hearted and they're very sweet.
It's okay to walk up to someone that has a disability, or if they're next to you in the store and you pass by them, then it's okay to say hello. They don't bite.
I think that people just need to embrace one another and learn about one another and ask questions.
They're able to do a lot more than you might think.
You know, everyone can live to their fullest no matter what their ability is. They can if given the proper support, you know, through the school system, through communities, job resources.
Each and every one of them are so special. But it's not because of what they offer, it's not because of how smart they are, it's not because of how talented they are. We just love them, each and every one of them, for who they are.
They're just people. They want to be accepted. They don't want to be shoved in the corner and ignored.
I think the most thing is just being treated fairly, and I think it's reaching out to people who are different and knowing that they're the same. They have the same interests, they have the same needs. Talk to them, be friends with them, treat them just like anybody else.
I would encourage anybody who's watching this to do something. You may not be called to adopt, but there are lots of children's charities. There's lots of different ways that you can help other people.
Look at the camera and say your name. Say
Hi, I'm Michelle.
How old are you, Michelle?
I'm 11,
And what grade are you in?
5th grade.
Mason, and I'm going into 7th grade. I'm 13 years old.
Hi, my name is Layton. I'm 10 years old and I have cerebral palsy and I like to play competitive chess.
My name is Landon Gabbidon and I'm 9 years old. I like to play outside and yeah.
My name is Avalon Bailey and I'm 10 and I like to do gymnastics.
My name is Anson and I am 10 years old and I like to play sports.
Are you a sports girl?
My name is Deborah Bailey and I'm 12 years old and I like to read.
My name is Avery and I'm 13 and I love doing crafts.